is the process of using quantitative methods to derive meaning from data to make informed business decisions. There are various softwares which can help us to achieve it. For example, Power BI. Power BI is an interactive data visualization software product developed by Microsoft with a primary focus on business intelligence. It is a part of the Microsoft Power Platform. And to guide us throughout it today, we have Surupa Chakravarti, ma'am. She's a senior business consultant at PwC. So welcome, Surupa, ma'am. I would also like to introduce you all by letting you know about Surupa ma'am. So Surupa ma'am is a certified PMP and graduated MBA professional with experience in project management, product management, change management, stakeholder management, project scope, schedule and budget planning, and much more. She's also well versed with various analytical tools such as Power BI. Her role has also been pivotal in the field of process standardization and system implementation. She's experienced and adept at maintaining client relationships, professional rapport, and understand the criticalities of business, and has delivered successful stakeholder engagement driving interactions among end users, internal teams, and senior decision makers. A result-oriented, decisive leader, a persuasive communicator with exceptional relationship management skills and a knack for identifying customer needs while successfully ensuring that these are catered effectively. She possesses a multitasking ability to sketch the plan, prioritize the work, and manage complex projects under aggressive timelines. She's also adroit at analyzing the organization's requirements with a proven capability to thrive in dynamic and fluid environments while remaining pragmatic and focused. So, ma'am, it's such a pleasure to have someone as experienced and knowledgeable as you with us today. Thank you so much for joining in, and over to you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bhairavi, for such a wonderful introduction, and thanks everyone. So, by not wasting more time or by not getting into other stuffs, I will like to start the session, and I hope that everyone can hear me properly. I am just checking audio check. Everything is done. Everyone can hear me nicely, and I hope everyone has gear up to learn in today's session. And I want to make it very clear that this session is streaming live, and so, like, if anyone of you want me to go slow, I can go slow, but at the same time you can check out, and you can just if as it is YouTube live, so you can drag the cursor and you can just go back and check things and again come back. So that is also possible. So I just reminded that, and I won't waste much time again. So let's start the session. And I think my voice is absolutely clear, Bhairavi?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely fine.
Okay, thank you. And like visual is okay?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
So in case anyone has any doubt, I request them to put it in the chat box, and we will clear all the doubts at the last half an hour of this session. We are having 2 hours of session. I know this 2 hour is really short, but we can't run a session for the entire day to understand more criticalities. We are all having time constraint. You all are some genius of in this beautiful world. So I understand. So I won't take much time. So let's start. Hello, everyone. And Bhairavi has given a wonderful introduction for myself. So I will say in my introduction, I will just say my name. My name is Surupa Chakravarti. And today here, I welcome you everyone to learn about business analytics using Power BI. And this is I hope you all had a very exciting day, and we have quite a bit material that we are going to take up today. And we are going to start as a beginner for some of you, few of you must be a beginner in Power BI. So I have material for them as well. And there are many who knows about Power BI, and you are maybe you want to know a pro part of Power BI, so there are stuffs for them as well. So we will move from beginner to pro journey, but because of time constraints, we would not be able to go much in depth. So so for that, I would request your pardon. So that is the reason. So in this short period of time, whatever we can complete, we would be completing it at our best. Okay. So let's start the session. Yeah, I could see there are a few questions. Questions started with different. What is the difference between BA and DA and many more? So we will come towards it. So let's first understand. Let's see what we will start at this point of time, and then we can more focus in this. Okay. Okay. Uh, So here I would say that, so for today, we obviously have quite a bit to cover in this 2-hour period to make you, as I told, to make you understand a pro part as well as the beginner part. But I just have very few slides, completely very few slides. So we will just see the slides for some time, and then we will go to power for in we will be doing Power BI solutions. We will be taking up the data, and then we will be doing the Power BI solutions. So I think, let me share my screen. Just a second, let me share my screen. So in today's agenda is what is my screen visible? I hope yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. So today's agenda is what is business analytics. In this, we will be learning that how business analytics is important, and what is the difference between the data science and business analytics when we say, and what are the prerequisites for becoming a business analyst. This is a very simple thing, but we never focus in this. So I thought of introducing it. And then what is Microsoft Power Platform, and then Power BI project phases. So these are the agenda, and after that we will be take up an example, and then we will be doing some Power BI solutions, and it will be an interesting class. So let's move further. So what is business analytics? As mentioned very nicely by Bhairavi, that business analytics is the process of using quantitative methods to derive meaning from data to make informed business decisions. So here we generally make informed business decisions, and we can make business decisions through various ways, like descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, prescriptive. So this descriptive, diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive, when we say these 4 names, we can be like, we can say that descriptive is a interpretation of historical data to identify trends and patterns. And when we talk about diagnostic, it will say why something has happened, the reason behind it, because there are many factors which relate to the occurrence of any other factor. So what is that factor? We need to correct it out. So diagnostic helps us to identify that and to work on that so that we can if we want to remove that factor, we can remove it. If we want to work more into that factor, we can work more into it. So whatever way we can work, so in that way it will be helpful for us. And then predictive, it was like by name it says that it will be helping us to forecast future outcomes. Then prescriptive, we can say that it will be able to help us to tell us that at what what is the best solution which in any scenarios, like for achieving an outcome, we will be having several paths for it, right? So when we have several paths to achieve a single outcome, we need to know that which outcome is the best one and why should we go for it. So when we are working in any organization or with any client, we should be very specific with the why we are choosing, why we are preferring any decision, or why we are choosing any tasks to do, why we are choosing path 1 rather than not choosing path 2 and path 3 maybe. So there you need to give a very like quantitative or qualitative with this kind of data, and very fantastic visualized things, so that there is a clear logical reasoning or stew which can be attached with your decision, so that you can just make them feel that they are taking a correct decision. So that is the main point here, and that you need to choose the best method to reach to the outcome, right? And someone was asking a few minutes before that what are the difference between business analytics and data science. You can see that you can see in my screen, it's written over there as well. And like in business analytics, we are more concerned with extracting the meaningful insights from and visualizing data to facilitate the decision making process. But in data science, it is more by using the raw data and doing statistical models, computer programming to it all. So here is what you need to understand, that in business analytics, the main crux is that you are making decisions with by utilizing the data which you have with yourself or with the entire team, right? But in data science, you are not making that business decisions, right? And you are not visualizing things, you are just understanding the data, that what is the mean, what is the mode, what is the median. You are understanding those data and those criticalities of the data. But in business analytics, you are not only understanding the data, you are analyzing it, you are visualizing it, you are going in depth into it, and you are making, the major part is that you are making business decisions, you are helping the organization to grow. So that is the main motto of business analytics, which you can see in your practical life. And if you will see that what are the benefits of business analytics, so it is like, as I told you, it helps you in making more informed decision making, and it gives you greater revenue. So when you can when you go for better decision, then obviously your companies or your organizations revenue will increase, because your client base will increase, right? And your client will give more projects because of your good decisions. So at the end of the day, your good decisions, your teams, here by your I mean your complete team, okay? So in project management, everything you should do, that should be as a team, not as your own, okay? So so when you and your team work in a project or something, then you have to get better revenue, more projects to your company. So in that way, you will be able to help your organization, and also not only your organization but also to your client, to have to work in a better atmosphere and to build a better business world, right? And it also helps you to improve operational efficiency. So beyond financial gains, hence analytics can be used to fine-tune business processes and operations, okay? So how we can do it? So in other words, it helps you to manage your three main pillars of a project, that is time, budget, and scope. So it helps you to manage it in a proper way to make the project successful and to achieve the business outcome. So at the end of the day, this business analytics in any project, that visualization is a major part, because if you understand the data, you can't show the data to your client, but you can show the data to your you can show the visualization part to your client and to your company as well, because with that, image speaks more than words or figures, right? So here So, but what is, like, if you will ask me that what is the demand of business analytics and job, and why we should study business analytics, I must say that it has been found that LinkedIn lists business analytics as one of the skills that companies need most in 2020. So this is a this I am not saying this, LinkedIn is saying so. So it has some value. So I think everyone should have that much of everyone should think of knowing more and more about business analytics, and how just they should not see the data, they should try to visualize it, they should try to uh, know more about it so that they can process it in a wonderful manner. Now let's move to the next slide and see what's there. So what are the prerequisites of becoming a business analyst? I would have asked you all these questions before going into it, but I won't take that much time. I would just shorten the time over here, and I would move further. So success as a business analyst goes beyond knowing how to crunch numbers. In addition to collecting data and using statistics to analyze it, it's crucial to have critical thinking and skills to interpret the results. Strong communication skills are also necessary for effectively relaying insights to those who are not familiar and with advanced analytics. An effective data analyst has both the technical and soft skills to ensure an organization is making the best use of its data. So here, if we see data literacy, so when we think about data literacy, and then we understand what is data literacy, what are we talking about. So it includes basic statistics of data. The basic statistics of data include the measure of central tendency and measure of dispersion. So the central tendencies are nothing but central tendencies are and dispersion. This combines what? Mean, median, mode, variance, standard deviation. So we all know what is mean, right? Average of observations. Median is central value when observations are arranged in order. The mode determines the most frequent observations in a data set. Maybe, like, I'm sure that every one of you knows it, or if some of you are having maybe any doubt in it, but we should be very, very confident about it when we say about the data literacy. This is the first thing for becoming a business analytics. It sounds very easy, but we should know it. So, and then we should also know what is the type of data, whether the data is qualitative data or quantitative data. So qualitative data is what? It is a descriptive data, like she can run fast, he is thin. So here, this is a qualitative data. And quantitative data is a numerical information, right? And like an octopus has led eight-legged creature. Like, so octopus is an eight-legged creature. How many leg creature? Eight-legged creature. So there is a number. So here, so this is a quantitative data. Now, so this quantitative data is two types: discrete data and continuous data. So discrete data has a particular fixed value, and continuous data, it does not have a particular fixed value. Instead, it has a range of data. So representation of data, there are different ways you can represent the data, such as graphs, charts, tables. And in Power BI, you will be seeing several ways to represent the data. There is a complete chart in which you can see so many ways to visualize stuffs. So you will be like, it will be a great interest. So now the second thing is data collection. In data collection, the first step you should remember, which you should mark with a highlighter, it is that you need to avoid by collecting biased data or faulty data, like it is, if the more the data is clean, or the more the data is accurate, the better the result is. Because if you collect the faulty data, then you won't be able to reach to a particular decision. Like in your decision, there will be bias, and you may not reach to a successful outcome. So that is a problem in data if you are collecting a faulty data. In some cases, a data set already exists, and it's up to the business analyst to pull relevant information. Care should be taken throughout this process to ensure the sample is representative and avoids bias. Simple mistakes such as, asking overly ambiguous or complex survey questions can be detrimental to your data's quality and lead to flawed decision making. Other forms of data collection include, interviews, questionnaires, and focus groups. Now, next is statistical analysis. In statistical analysis, being able to analyze and interpret data is the driving force behind making well-informed business decisions. Several statistical methods can be helpful when it comes to analysis, including hypothesis testing, which is a statistical means of testing an assumption, linear regression analysis, multiple regression analysis. Through these forms of analysis, you can draw insights and conclusions that answer your business question or identify opportunities worth pursuing and risks in need of mitigation. So this is the main part where you are analyzing the data, and then comes data communication, when you are communicating what you have analyzed, and this is the major part. Like, we all speak so many things, like, and if I want to say you something and I can't communicate you, then that will be of no use. So here as well, while insights derived from reliable data are key to making informed business decisions, it's likely that other stakeholders need to be involved in the decision making process, but they don't have the idea of the data at all. So at that time, you need to take care that you will be using less data related language, rather than you will be using more business related language which the client and the other stakeholders can understand. So, without strong communication skills, the value of analysis can go unrealized. This can include oral communication and presentation skills, along with the written communication in the form of reports. So now we will come to data visualization. The fifth thing is data visualization. It goes hand in hand with strong communication, as it allows you to present findings in an easily digestible format for those who may not be as data literate as you are. When communicating with stakeholders, it's typically unnecessary to include every bit of data you have captured. Rather, it's more effective to distill findings to key takeaways and present them in a manner that's easy to understand. Data visualizations allows you to do just that. You can see and you can understand the data. When developing your data visualization skills, there are two components to keep in mind majorly: knowing what visualization techniques are more effective for the type of data or business question when you are addressing, and proficiency in the tools needed to bring those visualizations to life. You should be very, very careful about choosing which kind of visualization you are choosing. See, in Power BI, you have so many types of visualizations, but you need to be very well aware that for this kind of data, which visualization should I go for? You can't go for, where you can't go for pie charts or triangular graphs or anything, or you can't go for any kind of visualization for any type of data. All the data will have some specific kind of visualizations. They demand some specific kind of visualizations, and you need to take care of it. There comes the role of business analytics and not the data science people, because data science, they just understand the data and they analyze the data, but they don't go into the business decisions, and they may not do the visualization part. Okay, so now let's understand what is Microsoft Power Platform. So Power BI is one part of a platform of tools known as Microsoft Power Platform. So if you are not familiar with the Power Platform, it might be because you have been very focused on one of these tools individually, whether that be Power Apps or Power Automate, or for many of you, that would be Power BI. So Power BI is reporting and analytics tool that allows you to build visuals and dashboards. It helps you to analyze on top of your data. But that's not the only tool that exists within the Power Platform. Additionally, you have other tools known as Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agents. So what is Power Apps? Power Apps is the rapid application development tool that allows you as a business user to develop your own applications. Power Automate is a kind of workflow automation tool that allows you to create automations, or they call them flows, and those flows allows you to create triggered events that kick off a process based on your trigger initiating. Here, like I will describe more that here you trigger an event and it acts when it gets triggered. So this is Power Automate. Then Power Virtual Agents, it is a chatbot tool that allows business users to build your own chatbot to engage your end users. So now that the major theme that you will see across all four these tools is that they are designed for business users. So these business users are the main audience of who would actually develop and use and leverage the Power Platform tools to solve business or citizens or customer problems. So these tools are built on top of the architecture of Azure, that Microsoft's cloud, which also has things like various data connectors that are available across all of these platforms, whether it is Power BI or anything else, anything of this, like Power Apps, Power Automate, Power Virtual Agents, anything of this. So these there are many data connectors in these tools. You can leverage AI features through these tools. You don't have to be a developer for that. One thing, everyone asks me at time that should we be a developer for that? Should we be should we study computer science and engineering for that? This is a specific question which I have always answered, and I said no. You just need to have interest, and that's all. And you need to have that prerequisites which I told, because once you have interest, you will be able to understand and you will follow those part as well. So there is no need that you need to be a developer for that. Dataverse is this database that is available across all four tools in Power Platform. You can connect into a dataverse that you have created and build solutions and reports on top of the dataverse database. Dataverse solution is a data store that crosses the entire Power Platform. Data Burst is really designed to very easily interconnect into every element within this Power Platform. So these features, which you can see at the bottom level of your screen, it is available across all the Microsoft Power Platform, and you can just understand it. You can just get hands-on into it, and the best way to learn it to practice. There are no you can't say that I have done this and I could not do that as compared to that person, because if you can't do a compared to that person, then you are lagging in only one thing, that is you are not practicing at that level. There can be, you are studying from different institutes, from great professors, but still you need to practice by your own, and then only you will be able to, then only those professors, those faculties, those great intellectuals can help you in moving further in your career. So this I wanted to focus, because every time I was seeing the chat box as well before joining this session, that whether we will get degree or not, or many things. So I thought of answering this. So you need to know stuffs, then only everything will help you, all the degrees, all those things. Okay. So let's move to the next slide and let us understand what are Power BI project phases. So I have divided the Power BI project phases into 5 different phases, and starting with data discovery, and then data modeling, then goes on. So let's start with one. So data discovery, it is you need to understand the data, you need to extract the data, and you need to transform it. When we say transform it, you will understand it more when you get into the Power BI. So extracting a data, source of the data is one part, but you need to make the data as per your way. That is data transforming. You need to see that whether all the data in a, like if like in a like name, name of students. Let us consider name of students. This name of students should be of which data type? It should be of character or text data type, right? So when we choose, then we should take care that we are choosing text data type. It is not that there is a numeric data type, although it will not be numeric, right? But at times it may happen that there are some errors and someone has given us name as 1. So you need to check that if there is any error or not. So when we talk about error or not, then it comes data, data cleaning part. In other words, like you can say that data cleaning is part of data discovery. Okay, so and data cleaning is done in this transforming data part. Okay, we should clean up and fix issues related to data before we start reporting. Data cleaning capability that exists inside Power BI is known as Power Query, which allows you to again create a set of business rules and fix data as it comes. And there is a lot that goes into it, that we could have an entire day just focused on Power Query. So in Power Query you can learn so many things, but we can't focus on entire day, and we can't have the session for entire day. So we again cut short into 2 hours of session, and then we will be moving forward. So, and then the second phase of Power BI with project is that data modeling or data mashup phase. But always remember the first part, data discovery. In that data discovery, data cleaning is one of the major part in Power BI or in any visualization which you want to do or analyzation which you want to do. Because without which you can't get concrete solution for any problem. That is for sure, because you will be having enormous amount of error in any data. When you are just pulling the raw data or extracting the raw data, then there can be a chance for or extreme fallacy in that data. So you need to identify those fallacies and you need to sort it out, and then only you will be able to move forward. So data cleaning and data discovery is really important because it includes data cleaning. Okay, so then second phase, as we have moved, that data modeling and data mashup phase, this phase is all about creating relationships between the various data source. You are not pulling the data from a single source. Like, you are pulling the data from different sources, and you need to create relationship between two data. Like, you can be if I'm giving this example, that name of the student and or name of the sessions, then you should also have that this session is it is managed by which coordinator. So every session has been managed by, like, this session which you are going on currently. I am taking this session, right? But someone is managing it, and there are someone who are attending it. So there are 3 different databases we are having. So here we need to link these 3 databases, and then only this relationship creation is something we need to do during the second phase, that is data modeling. And when, like, there will be many cases when you have different sources, and maybe all these sources are from, these 3 sources are from different, by going to the YouTube link, you can understand that who are the who are your audience, and then if in your institute you will be able to understand who are the host and who is taking the class, that is me. So here everything you need to link. So here you need to link the entire relationship. So you need to think about it, right? So what is the relationship between all the data? So that is the most important stuff. Like, for example, if you wanted to know what is the profit for my organization, if you are trying to determine profit of your organization, you need to connect in with 4 or 5 different data sources to really get all the information of expenses, all of your revenue, payroll information, inventory, all the stuff that you need to wrap together to determine what profit is for your organization. You are likely touching multiple data source to really get the answer. You can interconnect different data sources together using the data modeling and data mashup. The other part that goes into a data model is defining and creating calculations using a formula language known as DAX. So DAX, that is data analysis expression language. We are not going into it in this short 2-hour session again. So I will be moving forward into the next phase, that is data visualization. So in this, we build out visuals by creating reports and dashboards. But the first two phases, data discovery, in the data discovery, that is data cleaning majorly, and then data modeling, that in here we are creating relationships, are the most important one. Yeah, I told this when I have started the data modeling one also, but these two are the major stuff which we need to do while doing any visualization. So through the data visualization aspect, you are building out visuals report, you are filtering your data, you can create things like some storytelling through Power BI. You can build out things like personalized bookmarks. These are primarily going to be done through the Power BI desktop application that we are going to start to talk about here in a few moments. This first 3 steps can be done for free within the base of Power BI desktop. So the Power BI desktop is free, for everyone. There is no licensing cost to the Power BI desktop. And fourth phase is data publishing. While publishing data, you will be prompted to sign in into a Power BI account. You cannot log in into it in your personal email ID in Power BI account. You cannot log in into it. Okay. And you can log in into it using work or organization email ID. You can also sign in using institute's email ID. So like if you are having your personal, if you are having your personal email ID, then you cannot log in into Power BI, but with your work or organization email ID, you can log in and you can sign in. By the way, students, you can also sign in your institute email ID. I'm just repeating it because at times we face problem. In fact, there was a day when I used to face a problem. So I just thought of repeating it again and again. But remember that you can do everything you want inside the Power BI desktop with no charge and without any license. We are not going deeper into this licensing today, but where licensing does come into play with Power BI is when you want to share your data solutions, or when you want to share your solutions with anyone, with others or something. So there comes the fifth phase, that is data sharing. The people who are receiving your solution also need to have Power BI license, and there are multiple levels of Power BI license which we have, which Microsoft has. I mean, so Power BI Pro, Power BI Premium, and these are, I must say, these are very reasonable cost, and like which are at least $10, $20 kind of cost for everything. So I'm not going deep into it because it's something related to cost and all. So I won't go deep into it. So but the key factor is that you can only share the Power BI solution with anyone if you have the license. That's all. This is the only need which can be fulfilled by license, and all other things you can do without license. So this is really what all I have in my slides. So let's jump into Power BI desktop now. I think it's more about slide. We have learned a lot. So I hope that everyone is having Power BI desktop in your laptop. Yeah, I hope so. In case and this is the only thing which you need today, Power BI desktop. And if in case you don't have, please you can download it in the link. I will stop sharing my screen, and I would try to let me stop share. Yeah. So I would try to share the link with you all. Just a second. Let me understand. Link. Where is the link? I have. Let me share the link with you all.
Oh, it is already in place, so of Microsoft.
Yeah, it is only in the picture. I could see so many chats, so I think I will answer them later. Else, I will just have you seen Microsoft Copilot platform here, and you can simply give our data to this AI tools. It might work. So there are so many chats which I could see, and so I won't reply to them now. Can we use Power BI online? Why will you use Power BI online? Please download it and do it in the way, because it will be of better, it will be easy and better for you. Better not to use Power BI online. I don't recommend that. You can download it in your system and you can work on it. So it will be a better stuff. And here we don't need data. There is no data to download. We will just extract the data from online. So let's go to the screen. I will share my screen with you all. Just a second, let me see which screen should I share with you. So can you see this data.gov? Can you see data.gov? Or should I stop share and reshare again? Please, anyone can help me if my screen is visible, and when I'm changing my screen, can you see?
Yes, ma'am, you are visible.
It's visible.
Thanks. Yeah, so you can open data.gov. So you can open your Power BI desktop. See, I have also opened it. You can open Power BI desktop and I'm sharing all my screens, then only I can move on. Yeah. So this you can see Power BI desktop, okay, and here you will get it. And when you will go to this, you can see data.gov. I think you can also open it. Everyone is with me. Everyone has downloaded it. So today we will fetch data from data.gov, and it is the home of the US government's open data. It is a public data. It is like we are not doing any, we are doing everything legal, and we are going to select a use case today and we'll work on it throughout the session. So let's see the most view data sets. If you go to most view data sets here, then you can see that there are so many data. So we will go to FDIC failed bank list. Okay, please click on it here. And here you can see that this is a CSV file, and this is a like, instead of downloading this,
I think you need to give some time for the people to download and get it ready.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're right, and people are missing their
parallel. Okay. So I'm giving you 5 minutes time to please download it and get yourself ready. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Data.government is not opening in my browser. I'm opening, it's opening Indian site.
No, data.gov.
Yeah. I'm typing in the browser at the URL. It's opening Indian government site, data site.
Just do this. Data.gov. Don't write government. This is the link, small link. I'm not getting confirmation code on my.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, this is Amlan here. I download that. I have gone to the link. So there, the Microsoft Power BI desktop, there are options like download and advanced download options. So we'll click on the download option.
Yeah, just click on the download option.
Okay, so ma'am, after that,
yeah, see, you can see my screen. You can
just 1 minute. Yeah. I can see. Yeah. After that, ma'am, actually, yeah.
After that, it is saying
It's showing like this only.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then open Microsoft Store.
Okay.
Let's see what happens. It's opening, it's taking time. If in your system, so it is like open as I have downloaded it. So it is saying that to open, but for you, it will be saying to download.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
For Mac users, ma'am?
For Mac users also, you can go for, I think you can go in the same way.
I don't see any downloads for Mac. It's just exe.
Power BI desktop is not available for Mac.
Okay. Sorry.
It is not available on Mac.
Maybe because like it is just for Microsoft,
Ma'am, the download is really slow. So in the meanwhile, shall we open some other windows and keep them ready?
No, we just
open
my Power BI Microsoft desktop, Microsoft Power BI desktop and data.gov. You need to have
data.gov. We'll open that.
Yeah. And no need to open anything, no need to download anything. We will do everything that way.
Okay.
Only the software, that is a thing you need to download, and you can't rate it online. I don't prefer that, and I will never refer that. And it is not possible as well. You need to do in Microsoft Power BI desktop.
It's taking a lot of time. I think it will be a little delayed.
Yeah, ma'am, it's taking time.
It's taking a lot of time.
Like I started it quite some time back. I think not now. It's at 50%.
Okay. Let us give them few more minutes time. It's okay, fine, no problem. During that time, I will tell you a few more things about Power BI, and in Power BI,
that slide in which you were, there were some icons at the bottom which you said data connectors and some other things which you said were some things which we can work on more by ourselves, which are open access. So if you could discuss a little about that looked a little interesting, that slide in which there were some.
you will be understanding it in the Power BI visualization when you will be doing. I will be connecting all those things.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thanks, ma'am.
Once you have that software, you will be able to understand that how we can connect data and how we can do many more things. Okay, so don't worry about that. You will be covering each and everything slowly, and you will be not even understand when we have covered those topics, and we have covered it. You will feel in that way. So have patience. In the meantime, I will tell you more about Power BI, how to transform. In that transform, you can, like people say that you should know Power Query. While doing transforming the data, at times you need to do some coding and all. So people say it as Power Query. It is called as Power Query, but I say that there are always trick when you don't know something. Like it happens, like you don't know the exact coding, because everyone is not of coding background, right? I'm sure that every one of you are this 127 or 126 people who have joined here. Everyone does not belong to coding background. So for those many people, I can say that there are some or something which you can can't download the data, no need to download the data. There is no need to download the data. Whosoever message, please, you need to just download the Power BI desktop. Once you download it, please confirm it to me, and I will start. I will proceed towards it. Okay.
After downloading it, we do not get any prompt for installing it. Power BI download alone, we get it.
Yeah, so I need to sign in. You just open it in your system. It gets opened automatically.
Yeah, open it. Yeah. But do you give an ITM ID, email ID?
Email ID, you can give your your institute email ID.
Ma'am,
I have a question, ma'am.
hello.
Yeah.
I have a question. There are two Power BI. One is Microsoft Power BI and one is Power BI desktop. So
go for Microsoft Power BI desktop.
Desktop. Okay.
I have shared the link. You can please check the link.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yeah.
What is the difference between business analyst and business intelligence? Is there any overlapping job there in terms of area or domain?
Yeah, business analytics and business intelligence, you can say, few say that it is different and few say that it is not different, you know. So, but I feel that these are different because there are, it is just like few parts of both of them are oversiding with each other, but there are more parts which are not oversized, which are not interacting with each other. So there are different stuffs which need to be catered, but not on the same session, dear. Because I don't want to confuse you with so many jargons like data science, business intelligence, artificial intelligence. Then you will be like confused, and at the end of the session we will be knowing just jargons and not.
So even also in the beginning you discuss about the data biases. So how what are the data biases we encounter while we are fetching data or analyzing data, and how should we overcome from that data biases? Could you give some details about that, examples?
Okay, sure. I will give brief, but in a minute I would like to say, please everyone confirm me once you have downloaded Power BI desktop, because I would answer this question in next 3 minutes and then I will start. So I think,
madam.
Yeah,
I have downloaded, madam.
Yeah, ma'am. I have also.
So, okay, then after giving this answer, we will start with this. In the meantime, you guys can go to data.gov and wait for me. Okay. So data.gov, it is just data.gov. It is not data.government. It is data.gov, D-G-O-V. That's all. Okay. So yeah, so data biases, somebody asked me, I would come here. So data biases, you know, what I have seen and what I have experienced, I would say, I would not give you any bookish answer, but I would go with the personal experience which I had. Many times what happens, like in a column, you would see, you would see that there are no data. Like I would say, data of a student. Okay, we are catering with data of a student, and then you can have, there are n number of students, like 100 number of students. For that student, you will be having their parents' name, their father name, mother name, address, phone number, and then few are having email ID, and many more data of a student. But sometimes it happens that you are not having a data of a particular student, like you are, and you may not know it, you know, that I'm not having this data, like email ID is a compulsory stuff. But maybe that imagine that one student is Surupa Chakravarti, okay, and you don't have the email ID of that student. So so when you don't have the email ID of any student, then it may show that there is an error. okay, then it may show that there is an error. And sometimes what happens, like every student is having an unique ID. So when you are having a unique ID, then that unique ID should be described as what? That it can be in numbers as well as it can be in alphanumeric, right? It should be described in alphanumeric. But if you change the data type, I have faced it, like I have changed the data type. The data type was showing text, you will be seeing when I will start Power BI, you will be seeing that there are different kind of data types. Like one is text, one is one is whole number, one is a different. So there is text. So here you need to take care that whether the data type is alphanumeric or text. So this kind of, there are one kind of data bias is the data is empty. Data is like, there are no data, null or error. And second is like data type is not perfectly correctly mentioned. And sometimes what happened, which is a which is a very typical and very like error in the data itself, that there are like unique ID. Every one of us are having some roll number or unique ID, every name, right? We are not identified as our name in our institute or in our organization. We are all having some roll number on something. But due to the fallacy in the data, due to the error in the data, it may happen that you are having same unique ID, I mean the same roll number for 2 persons. Like there can be error in the data entry or anything. So those things you need to highlight, and those things you need to rectify, because then the system will not, there is data, any software will not be able to take that primary key in any data. If you I would explain. Primary key is that key which is unique, unique key, and for every individual that key is unique, and it is not repeated across any rows. So if it is repeating, then it will say that, so this key is getting repeated. So there comes a problem whenever
so my biases is similar to data integrity.
Yeah, bias is not, data integrity is part of bias, you can say.
Okay, thanks.
Ma'am?
So there can be numerous way of data bias. There can be numerous way of data, like when you will be having biased data or data with a fallacy, or if you will get some data which is absolutely wrong data. So you need to check the source of the data, and that's why I'm going with this source, data.gov, and it is because it is a public data, but it is US government data. So I can say that this data is not wrong, and it is getting updated each and every day. So this data is not wrong, and it has been taken care by the US government itself. So you can't say that there is something wrong in it or there is something fallacy in it. And if you will see this data now, you will be understanding that this data is completely error-free. I was just observing it before the class, and I was just checking that, I was just seeing, and I was just smiling that, my God, this data is completely error-free. So you need to, yeah, Shashank, I could see, depend on your net, that it took just 2.5 minutes to download. I know this, but we need to go with everyone,
Yeah, ma'am. So after downloading, ma'am, so the screen that is displayed on is untitled. On the top it is written Power BI desktop. So this is the screen that should come, or should I share my screen?
Yeah, you can just open your screen, and you can just start, just click on start and something, you will get this kind of screen. I will just share it with you.
Okay.
Just a second. Sorry, I don't know what I'm sharing. Just a second. Yeah, this screen you need to start with. Okay.
Okay, yeah, ma'am. This screen is visible, but I am having some informations like download from Excel and all. So yeah, this is
relax. Okay, so now we should proceed. I think everyone has downloaded. We have given enormous time to download the data, and I think we should not waste more time because we are having just 1 hour more. So I think I tried to answer more of your questions, but in case we lag behind the session, and you know, you have more queries, you can ask me in my LinkedIn account, and I generally I answer, I help everyone, like whosoever find any difficult, I try to help them, because I find that, you know, people should know. That is the only thing which I want. That so you can contact me in my LinkedIn account anytime. Okay, so you can find me by my name, Surupa Chakravarti itself. And okay, so let's start. So this is the page which you can see in your screen. So here you can get data from different source, but if in case your data is in your computer system only, then you can directly do it from Excel. Just you can click it and you will get so many data, so many stuffs. I don't have any data, sorry for that. But you know, because I generally don't prefer Excel workbook, because if you will pull the data from your end, like from your system, then you have a challenge that you are the person who is having the entire responsibility to refresh the data or to update the data. Instead, you know, you should always give your responsibility to somebody else, or you know, you should not, that somebody else should not be a human being. In respect to that, like, you know, and like let's go in a different way, that somebody else is the software. So the software should do it by itself. So when you want the software to do it by itself, then you need to allow the software to extract or pull the data from online, like, you know, from the web. So here, if you see get data, in get data you have different sources, Excel workbook, Power BI data sets, etc., etc. But you can see more, right? Go to more, click on it, and sorry, now my system is lagging behind. Great, I think so many things are open. Just a second here. You can go to more in the meantime. Yeah, I'm just closing things so that, you know, I don't know what is lying behind. Sure, let me share my screen again. Yeah, see, can you see my screen now? Yeah, so you can just type here. If you can pull the data from different sources, like SharePoint folder or SharePoint list. But the best way is that go to web. Just type here web and just type here web and do connect. Oh. What is happening? Cancel. Data. No. I think you guys are moving forward. Let's let me. When you type here web, you can see, yeah, you can see web, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so please connect. Yeah, you can see this. Now, when you go to this data.gov, everyone has opened it, I think, yes. So there are so many data sets which is available, but we will go to most viewed data set. Just open link in new tab. And when we go here, you can see this FDIC data, FDIC failed bank list data. I'm choosing this data because, you know, you will be, there are more opportunities to learn in this data rather than, any other data, because there are so many stuffs which we will see. So FDIC failed bank list, open link, new tab. When we open it, then you can see that there are two things, that CSV file and web page. So instead of downloading the CSV file, as if we will download it in CSV file, then it will be again in our system, and we are the responsible person to upload it, which we absolutely don't want. Let them be the responsible person, give them the responsibility. So we need to copy link address. Okay, just right click it, copy link address. I think my screen is visible, so everyone is with me. So copy link address, and here after copying it, you just go to this, and here in your URL, just paste it and okay. Let's see what happens. And you can get this entire data. Every time when you pull out the data, it will say which, whether to transform it or not. But we always know that we will have to transform it because it is part of the data discovery. Now we are still in the data discovery phase. In data discovery phase, we are transforming the data, that is data cleaning. So here we will be having all the biases and everything.
Ma'am, can you repeat? Sorry to interrupt. Just after we reach the that FDIC failed bank list, where there are two sources. One is the comma separated value and web page. What we have to do? I just could not follow, ma'am.
Oh, sure. You can just go here down in download. Instead of downloading it, just right click it and just copy link address. Click on this, copy link address.
Can you go one step back?
Yeah, just right click it, go to open link in, right click it, go to open link in new tab, and then just right click the download cursor and just copy link address, and then paste this URL in that URL's provided area, and you can just connect. Then you will get this screen.
Ma'am, after putting that link address, they had some another window popped up in which there was some connect via anonymous and something like that. So just selected anonymous and said connect. So then I've got the screen which you're showing now.
Okay, fine. Do it. Very good. You have done more on it. So is everyone getting this?
Yes, ma'am. Got it.
Okay. So now please press this transform button or this transform data. I am just I am having problem with this. I don't know how to hide this or something. However, so let's transform the data. So when you have this transform data, then you will get this screen. Okay. So when you are transforming the data, here you can see all the fields which you have, entire stuff. So what we are having, bank name. So this is a name. This should be in the text, right? What is this ABCD, or what are this? These are the data types. 1.2 decimal number. This is fixed decimal number, whole number, percentage, date or time, date, time or time zone, duration, text, true or false, binary. Okay, so many stuffs. So you need to select among these. Okay, so this is a complete text stuff. So it is right. So first thing which you need to check in any data is that whether this data type is absolutely correct or not. In case if you have any error in the data, how will you understand? Because there are 1 lakh rows. Imagine in a data there are 1 lakh rows. Then should you scroll down? No. Like you can see this green line. In this green line, when you just go through the green line, then you can see that this box is coming up, right? See,
Yes, ma'am.
bank
You can see this.
566 data, 566 rows are there, and
0% error, 0%
0% error, right? And like if you will, or every time you don't need to go in this way, this green line, if it is an error, it will show you red over here. Okay, so that is the proof that you are having error in this column, and you can just understand that what is the error, where is it, and it will be helpful for you to understand even by looking at it, not by reading it. I told you that, you know, when you see anything, it is, you can understand more things rather than going into words or into credentials. So here
Is
by
is the error refers to the data type that we use, or like how,
no,
like what are the various errors it will be?
Error, it will be, if it will be referring the error which are there in the data, in the entire data. You know, if anything is not available, or like it will show here error instead of this almina, it may show here error. You can see. Wait, I will be doing. So I'm just creating an error. Okay.
Yes.
See, this was city, right? And I have what I did, I changed this data type to whole number. So now this is showing error. So, you know, like so this is like completely error. But as I have created it, it is showing green. Madam, you have done something wrong. please undo it. But how will you undo it? Okay, you can undo it by just changing the data type again, but you can just undo it because here you can see all the steps they are mentioning. This is source, then promoted headers, then you have changed the type. Just click here, delete, cross. Once you crossed it out, that step went away. You know, you are just undoing it in that way. Okay, so yeah.
Like I have two questions in this. Like, what is the volume of data it can handle? Like you said, like 1 lakh row. And the second question is mine. Like, what is the background algorithm it is tracking for checking the error? Like, suppose you tell the data type is mismatching, it is showing error, right? Suppose in bank name we have two bank names, the spelling is been reshuffled. Okay, so how it will know that it is error or not error?
See, the data which you have entered.
Okay.
See, the data which you have, I would answer all of your question. You know, the data which you have entered in your you know, the like bank name is First Republic Bank. Like if you have entered wrong data, that is Second Republic Bank, that is your responsibility. That is not Power BI's responsibility to understand that this bank exists or it does not exist. That's why we need to take care of the data source, whether the data source is right or not. Okay, so that is part of data source. You need to take care of the data source, that you are pulling the right data and that data is correct. You are not pulling, you should not write Second Republic Bank. Okay, so in that way, the data is right or not, you need to take care of that. Yeah, but the other stuff, if there is any error, if there is any you know, if there is any null or data is not provided, or which is related to not the you know, the content of the data, but the quality of the data, that Power BI will take care of. Like if the data type is not correct, if there is null or error, or if there is, you know, repetition of repetition in the unique Power ID, like in the primary key or something like that, then it will highlight. Else, you know, it is difficult for the Power BI to know whether you want First Republic Bank or Second Republic Bank, right? It will not check that. So, and your first question was how, like, the amount of the data it takes care of. I must say, you know, this Amazon and everything, their data are being handled in Power BI. You know, I will not say any more thing because I know who, like, client and everything, so I won't say into it. I will not go deep into it. So, you know, it can take care of million, trillions, billions, like it can take a enormous data. There is no limit in it. You need to have the that whether the data source can handle that much data or not. If the data source can handle it, can handle.
So what I understood, it is a good idea to make a consistent data source, because in real life we don't get
Absolutely
clean data. So like the first thing is after scrapping the data, it is a good idea to like make all the necessary transformation, make a data lake or something, then push it to the Power BI to do further transformation.
Absolutely. Once you are sure about the data, then you can push it to the Power BI and you can just do stuffs. But always try, as I told you, that always try that put it in the online platform. Like if you are only responsible to update it, then put it in the OneDrive. You can put it in the SharePoint, and you can just copy the link of it from there, and you can manage the data. Anybody can update it, and you can make a schedule refresh. Just because if you will put it, if you will pull the data from your own system or from your own folders, then it will not get schedule refresh. So I have faced it. So I am just trying to highlight this factor, and just like I'm just telling it again and again, because I have know this. I got more acquainted to it just by doing and practicing it. So I just want you to not face the same challenge or same thing. So here I would like to say that, and yeah, whenever you want to, like if I want to introduce a new column here, okay, then I will again have to come in this transform data. Okay, so we will take care of that. So okay, so here you can see we are having funds closing date, but in this closing date, like you would be more like, I feel that we should have more information about like whether this closing date is whether we are having which month, which day, whether it is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and which day, 23, 12, 10, 1, 2, and which year. We will be having this data, but we need to extract more information from it. So how to extract more information from it? So this is a question. Closing date or any date, if you see date and time zone, just try to do apart all the information and put it in a single column, so that you can use and utilize those information in a proper way. Okay, as then like city is okay, city is in text data type, then state, then this is certification or something, and then acquiring institutions. So all these, you can see the data types are absolutely cool. Okay, so now we are just thinking about this closing date. But you know what, like this data is your raw data, right? You just pulled it from the source. So we will prefer not to do any change in this data, or we will not say that we should not add any extra column in this data. Okay, because we want this data to get updated automatically by itself. If you will change in this data, then also it will get updated. But why to disturb the raw data? Always do it in the duplicate or the reference data. Okay. So, but first of all, we will just see it and we see what can we do. So close and apply. Let's do. Every time you will open the transform data, that close and apply stuff should get updated. You need to click on it and you need to know that what is going on, and like you need to say the system that please apply the changes which you have done, so that it can do the same changes. Now you can see, so this is a report version. Okay, now this is the data version. So let's click on it and understand. So this is your entire data which you have. Okay, this is your entire data which you have, and you can see here the data, and like this is a relationship. So let's like, for making a relationship, you need one more table, right? But here we have only one table, as you can see, and So let's prepare one more table for our understanding, and let's do more stuffs, okay, before starting the visualization part. So I will go to transform data again. Here, from here you can go to transform data. There are so many stuffs, but don't just click over here and you will get to know it. So transform data. So when you are here, so by right clicking into this bank list, you can see duplicate and reference. So what is the difference between duplicate and reference? Duplicate is something which is a safe side, you know, which I say there are many you know, with several jargons and with several sentences and lines. I can just complex it, but I just want to make it simple. And so duplicate is safe because it is just duplicating the data. It is just duplicating the data. It is not, you know, and the reference part, it is continuously referring it is continuously referring the raw data, and it may get affected if you change, like if you know, the raw data may get affected or something like that. So better I go to a safe side and go for duplicate. Once you duplicate it, and yeah, at times what happens, you know, like there are 566 rows you can see, and here 566 rows are, yeah, there are, all rows are free, like all rows are filled with data. But at times while downloading the, I mean, while extracting the data, it happens that you can see, you know, additional 6 rows has been added up, and those rows are continuously null. Then how will you delete that? So you can manage rows and manage columns from here. So like if you want to reduce rows or keep rows or remove rows, then when you want to remove rows, there are this options: remove top rows, remove bottom rows, remove alternate rows. So if you want to remove bottom rows, then you can select by clicking into it, you can select number of rows you want to delete. So at times what happened, like you have just data in 2 rows, and when you are when you have pulled the data, you know, it pulled 1,000 rows, and from 3 to 1,000 rows, all the rows are null. So you need to write that number of rows you want to delete is how much, like 998 rows, okay, or like with how many rows with null value you want to delete those. So you just type the number of rows and it will get deleted. So there are problems when you are pulling the data. So this is also one kind of problem, you know. And
just sorry to interrupt. While deleting the rows, how will the system know that we are only deleting the null? They might delete other rows, or we have to give the row numbers only, like starting from First Republic, that is first row, Signature Bank, second row, Silicon Valley. Like that, we are identifying the rows. Not follow it, ma'am. While deleting.
Okay. So here you need to see that whether at the end of the data, whether there are any null rows or not. And if you can't see, you can just select this: remove blank rows. Okay. Remove blank rows, remove duplicates, remove error rows, you know, remove top rows and remove bottom rows. Sometimes if you want to remove this, then you can do this as well. Okay. And I'm just telling the type of error which you get while pulling the data itself. Okay. And at times, if you want to remove any particular column, then you can just remove the column. If I want to remove this column, I will just click remove column. But if I want that out of these entire column, if I want to keep certain columns, right, you know, like this is in this very data, I don't want, because we have bank list. Okay. So this is our raw data, but in this bank list tree, we want to work more on this closing data. So we will be going, we don't want we don't want city name, we don't want state, CR, cert, and then acquisition institution, then fund. We don't want all this. We want just bank name and closing data. Okay. So just we will have to uncheck all which we don't want, and then we can just do okay.
Can we write a query for this?
Yeah, you can write a query for this, but there is no need to write a query for it. Because why do you want to write Power Query for it when you can do it? Because anything you are doing at the back end, they are writing the query. You can see this is a query. If you want to do, if you want to write query, you can just write this query and it will get sorted.
Ma'am, how did you come to the choose column option?
This is, you can just check here, manage columns. In this manage columns, you went to choose column.
Thank you.
Okay, and sometimes what happens, just a second, please. And sometimes what happens when you pull the data, you see that this is a header, bank name and closing data, but this data is not showing as header. You know, it will be showing like it is the part of like first row is null, second row is null, and third row is showing the bank name and closing data. Then you need to select this, use first row as headers. Okay, you need to select it again, use first row as header, and then it will go up, again it will go up, and then when it will come down to the bank name and closing data, you can work on it. So if you use first row as headers, this is also one kind of error which we face while pulling the data. Okay, so you can, what we have discussed just now, that while pulling the data, we face several kind of pulling data error. That is, first they don't use first row as headers at time. There are nulls and there are nulls and at the end of the you know, at the end of the entire data. So you need to take care of it. You need to take care of it, and you need to delete those stuffs. Okay, you need to delete those stuffs. So you will have to take care of whether it is header name is working, header name is mentioned correctly or not, and whether the null values are there or not. Okay, so now if we want to you know, to work on this date stuff. By the way, someone was asking some question. Can I come to it?
Yeah, ma'am, this is just from my personal experience that the visualizations, ma'am, that we create on Power BI, is it possible to transport it to the PowerPoint? Because I work mainly with PowerPoint in my organization, or we cannot do, just asking.
Yeah, see, you can you can do it in PowerPoint, or you can download it in PowerPoint stuff. But you know, you can do one thing in your PowerPoint, because you know, when you do some visualization in Power BI, you can scroll it down. You know, you can scroll the entire stuffs down, but that is not available in Power BI. I mean, sorry, in PowerPoint. That you can't do in PowerPoint. If you have graphs and all, that is okay. You can just do it in Power. You can, when you download it, it is available in Power BI. But in it is available in PowerPoint. But in Power BI, you can. It is an interactive visualization, right? But in PowerPoint, once you do it in PowerPoint, it will not be interactive visualization. I have checked it. I have checked it, and I'm personally I'm saying it too.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
I also at times I also felt the same thing. I also felt the same need, but then I realized
your PowerPoint can stay connected with the live data, no?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. So that means we can
see. I will sort this answer later. Is it fine?
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. No issues. Yeah.
Okay. So let's see this data. This is closing data. Okay, the closing date. So if you want to do like date differently, month different way, so we can write several codes from here. But you know, you can do many more things which you have. Like if I choose this date column, I chose this date column, then it got highlighted. And once I select add column, okay, and then I select this date. Just a second.
Madam, the data type is ABC. Sure.
Correct. Thank you. See, so can you understand what error I was having? when I was having this data type, sorry, cancel. Change time. When I was having this data type, then after I was clicking it, none of these were working, you know. None of these were working. And I was thinking that what is the problem? But somebody told me that thank you, and they told me the data type is ABC. So as soon as I change the data type, you can see all these things are working. So whenever any like these things happen, then you should understand there is a problem in the data type. Okay, so if you will select year, it will show up the year. You know, again, if you will select month, let's show the month. But if you want the month in name, like start of month, name of month, you know, so many things you can do from here. Same as if you go to day and all, name of day, then there's so many ways, you know, day and anything. So all these things you can do. Generally, people do this by writing codes and all. But I always say that if you are having this opportunity, then why to write codes and all? Because at the end of the day, if you're writing codes, you will write the same code. And there are many who are not into coding. We need to make it easy for them as well, right? I am into coding. I know how to do coding personally, but I can't expect every one of you know that you should know coding. And I can't say, and when we say somebody that you should know coding, then we are just putting pressure on them. So we should not.
Maybe for interactive dashboards, we have to use the coding. Like automation, if we have to do the automation like everyday activities, then we require some coding expertise also.
Yeah, if you have a coding expertise, then at times it is good for you, but you know, you need to understand at times different things, you know. 2 days back I was trying to do some kind of coding and in Power BI itself, and I was facing a few challenges. Then I could understand, and there is a way where I can like it can help me out, right? Like if you do custom column, if you want to add any column, you know, you need to write the coding here, right? You need to write that which bank name or closing date, month date, which whatever things you want to include, and you need to have a proper coding. So here you when we talk about coding, it is more about Power Query. Okay, you need to work on the Power Query. But at times when we don't know, it may happen that we don't know simple thing. We know in a common way, or we know in any other language like SQL and other stuffs we know, but maybe we don't know, or we don't know the granularities over here. So that time you can get help from this. Like if I will say just a second, like if this is a Monday to Sunday, okay, so just select it, okay, and like column from all columns, okay, and now you see all the columns are ticked out. But if you want to select any particular column and you want to create a coding, then you just cancel it, and you can select from selection. So then this column, with respect to this column only, you need to select this column, and you can just add, like here it is Monday, I will write 1. Yeah.
Ma'am, how to change the day number to day name?
Day number to day name? To day name?
Yeah.
I will come to it.
Okay.
So Monday, then Sunday, I will put 7. So, you know, slowly, once you will put over here all the numbers or whatever thing, this Power BI at the back end will try to understand the you know, your sequence, and it will try to extract the coding which you require, and you just need to click OK, and you can move on. Okay, and my dear, you told that what is the day name? It's already there you can move it from here. You can get it, which I told few minutes back, that you can put it from here, day, you can just get the number, you can get the name of the day, you can get end of day, start of day, day of year, day of week, anything. So you can get it from here itself. Okay, so without wasting more time, I would like to go in the next step, because we are just working on it a lot, because Power Query may take a long session. We just have 2 hours of session, and we have just now, we are left with only 20 minutes. So we need to wind up. Okay.
Ma'am, how to sort the years? Is there a way to sort the years here? Because
is it done? Sort, ascending, descending. Okay. Am I clear?
Yeah.
Sort the year. You have sorted it out. So now we are close and apply. We are just doing this. Let's see. So there are pending changes. So it is getting applied. Let's see what happens. So now we have it. So in visualization, somebody is not in mute. I request that please remain in mute, and let's focus here. Okay. Okay. So when you get this entire stuff, you need to, first of all, then after data modeling, I mean that data discovery, in that data discovery we have done data transforming, and that is data cleaning and all. Now we need to do data modeling. In that we need to focus on relationship building. So for building relationship, we need to come over here. So we have bank list 2, bank list, and then bank list 3. I will just put it back over somewhere. We will just work with bank list 3 and bank list. So now we will be creating relationships. How can we create relationships? You just go to manage relationship. You can do auto detect. Let's do auto detect and see what's happening. Found no new relationship because all things are common. So, but we will have to define, and we will be defining. So there are bank list, and here bank list 3. So here bank name is the unique stuff which we have, and so let's choose here bank name, and here also bank name. So here you can see there's like this relationship equality many to many. So that's fine for us. We want this relationship to work, and it will be showing everything. So you just need to click OK. I'm sorry with this. Yeah. So this is the relationship which we have. And like in your proper data, where you will be doing a lot of analysis, then there you will have lots of relationship, and there are times which you will not have to define the relationship in this way. It will get auto detect automatically, but at times you need to check the relationships which they have defined automatically. Maybe you don't want that relationship, but they have defined it. So you need to check the relationship, whether you want it or whether you don't want it. Okay. So just you can delete any relationship from here. You can edit.
Excuse me, ma'am. It's like ER diagram, na?
Yeah. Close. So see, now they are working on it, and it shows the. Yeah, it is like that only, but you need to define it. That is the major part. Okay. So yeah, so here now we are coming into data visualization part. Here you can see so many stuffs. Can you see this visualization? And there are so many stuffs. You can see stack bar chart, stack column chart, etc., etc. There are so many things. You can see goals, you can see map. Map is the one which we use whenever we are seeing several country name, or wherever we are seeing states or city, then we can use map. So in any yeah, for building any visualization, you just need to double click over here in this plain area. Can you see this build visuals with your data, just you click this, double click here, then you will get this box. After you get this box, you need to select any of these any of this visualization stuff. Let's understand that let's see the data again, and let's see what should be our bank, what we want actually. So let's have that which bank is located in which which city, or bank is spread across several cities, so, and several countries. So let's understand that let's understand and have a view of it. Okay, so if I go over here, now it needs data. What do you want to put? So here we are having state name or city. So state name, shall we go for state name?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
See, in location, I have given this state name, and I think it is trying to extract. Yeah, it is extracting some or something. Yeah, it is spread across so many places. I think someone is not in mute. Please, I request that anybody can please tell that person to be in mute. You can move this by clicking in this 3 dots. You can move this anywhere. Okay, but like if you want let me see what are these occurring institutions. Let me see that which city is having which bank for that, or let us see the total fund, right? So we can do in this way. Okay.
Can do a trend line with the dates.
Right. See, now you are getting into it, right? We can do a trend line with the dates. But before that, I would try to do something where I would like to highlight one stuff. So let us do that. So y-axis is bank name, and fund, you can see that is x-axis. Yeah, when we have this kind of, see, when I highlighted this Summit Bank, then you can see like where it is located. It is located in the Washington. So this interactive part you will not be able to have in your, when you will extract it in Microsoft PowerPoint, you can't have that interactive part. Okay. By the way, I would like to say, like this, you can see count of fund, but we don't want this count, right? Do you want count of fund?
No,
Sum, but there is no sum. Why?
The data type is text.
The data type, right? Let us see the data type. So we will again go to the transform.
Can we change it in the data view itself without going to transform?
But because once you change in the data view, then it will not get corrected from the code.
Okay.
You can change, but that's why I prefer always, whenever you're doing any change, just come to the data, come to this data transform, and then do any kind of change. Okay. So this is whole number. Let us see what was there earlier. Was there text, right?
Here it was ABC.
ABC, yeah. So this is whole number. Now we are doing good. So let's transform it. Okay, but now here we can do, is still working on it. Now here we can do we are having so many options. So we are having some. Okay. And like if you want to change a look and feel of it, then you will go to, you can see format your visual, and you can change that y-axis. You want it to be written in something in black, and you want it to be bold. Okay. And if you want to add more spacing and all, you can change it from here. Then if you want some title, then you can just have bank name. Okay, bank name. And then anything you can see, bank name over here, and you can even change the colors.
Can you annotate this graph?
Yeah, anything. You can do everything, whatever you want. Okay, if I put this color, then, or if I put something in gray, so anything which you want. And there are so many options. You can put data labels. See, data labels is off over here. You can just on it. Automatically this data labels will come. If you don't want this in like 21K on this way, then you can just change it this values. Under data label, you go to this display units. Display unit, you just choose none. Values will appear in this way. Okay. If you want to change the background, if you want to put some color on it, like color, like this is a values color. Okay. So I don't like, we generally don't put because it doesn't look good. Okay. So any kind of change which you want to do, you can do it from here. You can, you can just scroll it down and all those stuffs which you can do. This you can't get in Microsoft PowerPoint once you download it, or once you, take this entire stuff in Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay. And like you can, if you are seeing this and you want to have this in a table view, like just click it over here and just show as a table. So this data, you can see that this is the data as a, like, whatever, which this is your visualization and this is your table view. Okay, so everything you can do it here, and there are several pages. You can just link one page with another. I will show that as well. Like this is like we came to a page 2. Okay, so can anyone help me in hiding this? Okay, so so when we can, like, if we are coming to page 2, and if I want that, okay, just a second, I will do something. Good.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, for me, when I try to make the map, it says map and field map visuals aren't enabled for your organization.
Yeah, it asks you to go to file and then where options and settings, then options. Yeah, it asks you in this way.
It says that the visuals aren't enabled, and it says to contact.
You need to do
It
this.
will be in security.
Options, go to files, options, and
it will be in security.
Yeah, it will be in security. It's not open. Yeah, it will be in security. Where is security? Yeah, this is security, and you can just custom visual, show security warning when adding a custom visual to a report. No, yeah, you can just use map and field map visuals. Right click it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Madam, what is that Python scripting there? Just
if you want Python scripting, then you can just have it. You can have it in this way as well. Python script editor you can have. You can want any, like if you want to have the Python coding, you can have it from here. It will be available from here. Like if I put this.
So if I can write a Python program to fetch the web data and do something with it and then push it into a table, I can do it here.
Yeah. You can.
Okay.
Okay. Anything, like anything which you can do Python data, you can do R data, anything you can do it from here. So these are available free,
The data connectivity we got to manually make it in Python, or it will inherit it based on some relations we already developed.
Like here you need to you need to drag fields here, and it will automatically done into the Python stuff. But if you want, like he said that he can pull it from there itself, then that also he can do.
No, what I am asking, because we already identified few tables now on which we are developing the reports,
right,
and the visuals. So
right.
Those selected tables can automatically be mapped onto the Python scripting, or we got to really create a new connectivity.
No. Which, like if you have done this entire stuff, can you automatically map into Python settings? No, you can't do it.
You can't do that. So we got to rewrite this.
You can do any particular visualization, and you can do that visualization in a way of Python coding. But if it is same, like if you are doing it, if you are pulling stuff in Python again, then they will do it in their own way, right?
Yeah. So we got to repeat all those connectivity bases, no?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. I would like to show you something, that is this slicer. Here's in slicer you can have several things, like you are having state. So the state, and then under the state you can have a city. So it will automatically fetch you like this, and you can change the look and feel by using, format your visual. You can change it, you can change the font, you can change the color, you can change everything. Complete look and feel you can change. So I'm not going much into it because of lack of time, but still I will try to drag it a bit. I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind.
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
Okay.
It's our pleasure to learn.
I was getting only 1 hour to complete this entire session. I requested for 2 hours. Now I'm dragging it. They will kill me.
Thank you.
So yeah, so in this, under the state, you can have several cities. And here I have I did this visualization just because of, like, if you want same thing in this page, right? I want, if I do certain changes over here, and I want same thing in this page, then how can we have it? Like, you just select it, can copy, and once you copy over here, just Control V. Once you Control V, once you do, they will ask you whether you want to synchronize it or you don't want to synchronize it. Sometimes you want to synchronize it, and sometimes it may happen that you don't want to synchronize it. But if you synchronize it, any changes you make over here, it will get changed over there as well. Okay. But here I want to synchronize it. But at times it runs at what, like, it happened with me that when I wanted to change the language of it, so that time I preferred not to synchronize it. So I did not synchronize at that time, but here I want to synchronize it, so I would synchronize. And I want that, in every dashboard, because Power BI helps us to create dashboard, right? So in every dashboard, you can see there are, in this way, numbers are visual in this card way, right? Like total fund. So this is sum of fund. And it gets, it looks very bright and highlighting. You can highlight it, right? Like call out values, like, okay, this things is like auto. You can just put it like none. And I always do it in auto because it is like you can't understand, like you need to see, but still I'm just trying to. Then color is category level. Okay, then you can put in general. Once you go to this general, you can change the look and feel of this entire stuff. Like effect, you can change the background, you can, which color should we put? Let's put blue, so it is looking blue. And now on this category level, I would just want to highlight the sum of fund. So category level, I will increase the size, so it got size got increased, and just so sum of fund. And if you don't want this sum of, then you can go to this and you can just click here and change the name. Instead of like just delete it, you can have just fund. Okay, in any dashboard, you see there are few numbers which we want to highlight, and this is not the sum of fund, this is for only CO, this country. And if you will select this is the entire stuff. And here you can have the select all option as well. How can you have it? If you go here again in format your visual, and then you can have slicer settings here, single select or multi select, or you show select all options. So here you can have this, so here you can have the select all option. Okay, and so here once we choose city over here, or I don't know the country exactly, that's why I'm just saying whatever it is written over there, I'm just trying to. So see, in city there are two banks, this Communities Bank and Connect some Bank of Commerce. Okay, now if we want, like somebody was saying something like trend, we can have several visualizations by looking at this trend, and this you can, like when you have so many data like fund, like if you have like fund and then profit, or like how much expense you have done. Like if you are having 100 rupees, I'm just taking a small figure, just if you are having 100 rupees and you have done an expenditure of 50 rupees, and you are just you got back 20 rupees, then how much rupees you are left with, or something, if you're deriving data from something, then you can use this funnel, and it will show you continuous percentage, and it is like you will be able to understand each and every data, and you can do things. This tree map will be like, I will show you this as well. You can put all the cities over here. Let's do. Sorry. Yeah, by the way, you can have filters, like at times you see some kind of error while doing the while doing analysis. Like there are blank data which it is there, but you don't want to highlight it, because there are so many things which you don't want to say to your client at times. So then you can do this filter. You can use it, that I don't want, like if city, wait a minute, we choose it. Yeah. Okay, and if I'm putting it over city over here, category name, and I don't want all city. Maybe I don't want, I don't want the blank city. So I can just undo the blank over here, and I will do just filter part. So here, you can do a bit of trick in this filter part as well. And you can see here, because I have chosen this city this way, it was not getting highlighted. Only 2 cities were getting highlighted. Generally it comes like colored way. I don't know why it is not. I think so many cities are not taking up at all. I don't know what is wrong. Let's choose something different and some reasonable thing. Okay, so like closing date or like year wise, we can put. I'm just making you acquainted with several visualizations. I think you are okay. I would like to tell you one more thing which I have got to know a few days back. So this is a matrix. Here also you can do so many stuffs, like generally when the client wants data in a tabular format itself, but they want it in sorted way, right? You know, like there are only state and city, but you can have country, state, city, or district, block, you know, more down and down. So you can have in this way. Can you see this? And then you can have, you know, bank name. So you can have this column bank name. And someone was saying that like year, if you want year wise stuff, then we can put this year. Where is that year? I think again, because of this, I could not see the year. Yeah, if I will put year in, oh, see, I've put bank name I put in columns. So each column is like highlighting bank name, but we need to put bank name in values. And then, but instead we can put year over here. See, in 2000, we are having this banks. In 2001, we are having this bank, 2002. So you can put it, this is one of the, I feel that this is very useful visualization. You can make it more useful. Okay, like if I will put month name below it. So under this 2000, 2001, you can have month name as well. Okay, so you can do more on it. Okay, so once you start, I won't take more time because it is already crossing time. So once you know, practice more, you just put your hands on it, you will be able to understand in a better way. Okay, so so now I would like to say that someone was asking me that can I put it in presentation or some or in anywhere. You can put it in anywhere. You know, how can you put it? Like if you want to publish it, like if you want to make it online. Okay, so just publish it over here. You know, there are so many things which I want to share, but just due to lack of time, I'm just running out of time. I'm really sorry for that. And I hope that I can connect with you all again, and I can just feel that I can do like more with you. I could just bargain with only 2 hours. I'm so sorry they were asking for only 1 hour. And
ma'am, can we do animated graphs?
Animated graphs over here, yeah, you have so many options, but like if you you don't have stuffs over here which you can see, then you can get more visuals. You can get more visuals from here. See, and you can just type whatever filter you want, animation, correlation, or whatever. You can, like, if you can't find over here, you can just scroll it down and check like whether you can do animated graphs over there or not. So like, so these things are everything is available, but you just like maybe not here, then you can just get more visuals and you can do it. Okay.
Okay. Ma'am, can you show any case study kind of thing, like to little bit a glimpse of what what extent we can go?
Yeah, but like all those are client data. I can't show. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I have done a bit of it. I mean, this data only you can see here, like, but it is like, you know, I have not done much. Like this is the stuff. I mean, I have very nice case studies which has been done by me itself, but I can't do client. I can't show you client data, right? That is not right. We are also bounded by so many legalities, right? Yeah, but you can navigate from one page to another. I will try to tell it as well, because it's fine. We don't have time, or we have time. I think if I tell, it will be good for you guys.
We can continue tomorrow.
No.
For just like case study.
Tomorrow I'm busy, so I won't be able to. Okay, so we can navigate to here. Like if you want to, like I've just inserted a shape and write. If I write here text, in text, I will write go, okay. And let me increase the size of this font to something 50, okay. And then it has got increased, very nice. It was not looking pretty, but let's see. Now, if I action, if I score that back, so there is a page navigation, and then you go to page 2, okay. Just by clicking over here, control and click, you can go to page 2. Okay, here you are doing control and click and you are going to page 2, but after you publish it, there is no need to do control and click. Okay, so you can just click and I will just show you this. So so let's save it. Let's save it. Once we are saving it, so publish my workspace, select. When you will try to publish, they will ask you your email ID. Please give your institution email ID. Don't give your personal email ID. They will not accept any Gmail email ID. They will accept only @IIT or @any organization name.com or any organization, or they will not accept surupa.chakravarti@gmail.com. They will not accept it. They will say that we accept only work or organization email ID. Okay. So yeah, I need to replace, okay. So it is working on it at the background. Yeah, now we are opening it. So you can share this email. Wait. Yeah. You can share this link. You can share this link to anybody. Okay. Anybody. But that person needs to log into your email ID, and then only they can see this view. They won't be able to view this if they will log in their own email ID or something else. But if you want to share it with any another email ID or something, then you need to have the license. As I told earlier, that for sharing, you need license, right? I think everyone remembers it. So, okay. So you can have full screen. Let's see, full screen, and we will go to the back page. Okay.
Ma'am, whether hello.
Yeah, please.
Can we see this session after this finishing the session also? YouTube link also be available or not? This is a one-time session.
Yeah,
it's available on YouTube.
It's available on YouTube.
How? Where is the link? Can you share it?
I'll share it.
I think the host will share it. I think.
Okay. On my mail ID, na? It will be shared.
Yeah, ma'am. I have shared, ma'am, in the chat.
Okay. Thank you.
I have this question. You can't send this link on a WhatsApp or anything. Suppose I want to view this dashboard on my mobile, then this link.
This question is for me. Yeah, I can send this link on WhatsApp. I can send this link anywhere. But for accessing what I am sharing or what I am doing, you need to have this email ID and that password. Okay. Because without that, you can't have it. You can't work on it.
Got it.
Okay, because you can only share with other people if you have the license. Okay.
Clear. Clear.
Okay. Now you can just when you will go to this full screen, you can just click it. You can like automatically you are clicking 1, 2 all boxes. So nicely it is happening. It will be happening like you are doing something in normal website. It is like, so whenever people like, you can share this entire link and you can do stuffs. But now I will tell you something which is very important, that is how to schedule refresh. So this, you go to my workspace. When you go to my workspace, you can see here, right? Our file name was IIT Madras Power BI session. So you want to schedule refresh this data, right? So for schedule refreshing, you just need to click over here, schedule refresh. You just check the data source credentials. Okay, sign in. Web data source updated, and then you need to refresh, and then you need to on it up, and it will get automatically refreshed when you just apply. Okay, once you apply it, it is all done for you.
I think time has to be added.
No, like you can put time, but it will automatically, if you are not adding any time, it will get automatically refreshed at 12 a.m.
Okay.
Generally people prefer for refreshing at night only, because everyone, it is in that stage that no one is updating the data at that point of time, right?
Okay.
So this is the best time, and if you want any specific time, you can just mention it over there. Okay, so this is the entire session.
One question.
Yeah. So I will stop sharing my screen.
Yeah, please don't stop sharing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this was related to where you were transforming the data.
Okay.
So there I saw there was something Azure.
Yeah, tell me.
Okay, not here. I saw somewhere there was that Azure AI. Yeah. So how do you can integrate the Azure ML with this?
You can invoke Azure machine learning models from here.
Okay.
But if I will start it, it will again take long time.
No, I just wanted to know if you could do it. Yes, we can explore that. Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, like it will again take long time. You can explore it, like, but I won't get into it now, because it will again take long time, and I'm just.
Okay, thank you. That's all.
Ma'am, if we have any kind of shift data means 8-hour shift data, and is it
Someone
possible?
is talking at the background.
Ma'am, am I audible, ma'am?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, ma'am. If we have a shift kind of data, shift means morning shift, evening shift, night shift.
Okay.
Is it possible to refresh automatically 3 times a day?
Yeah, it is possible.
Okay.
It is possible. Once you take license, you can refresh it many times, and like you can yourself refresh automatically, like not automatically.
Manually.
Yeah, you can refresh manually 100 times a day.
Okay.
But automatically, I think it refresh only once. Okay, it is not like multiple times you are refreshing.
Okay.
It takes only one time, but but manually you can refresh 100 times. I'm telling this, many times you can refresh.
Okay.
Ma'am, one doubt. Can we use integrate the Power Automate with Power BI? Because when we are working on the mails,
you can do, but you can integrate these all stuffs together, but that is a very, very advanced phase of Power.
Yeah, but we are working on the flows that works on the email. For example, Outlook we are using. So in the office, so if I create a flow, and if it will automate for some random questions, it will automate the tasks. And for the data correction, we can integrate in the Power BI, and we can read the data, and we can download the data in an efficient way, like fast way as possible, right?
Like when you are saying the download the data in an efficient way, then once you download the data from Power BI, you will not get that interactive data. So this is a challenge. But by the way, somebody in the group where they have written that we are not able to use the IIT Madras user ID. I think you need to contact with your admin, and just you can they will help you out in doing this. But you will be 100% sure that you will be doing. You can do with IIT Madras email ID. I think is everyone was having the problem that IIT Madras email ID they can't do it.
Yeah, even I had the same problem.
Okay, I think I'm so sorry that I have not seen the chat box since yet, because I was continuously sharing my screen, so I have not seen the chat box. I'm really sorry for that. But for that, in fact, for that as well, I also have the solution. It's not like I don't have the solution. You can go to the Microsoft Power BI desktop that web page, and you can just click on the sign in. And then at times it gives they ask you to fill up your email ID and the password and all this everything, and they can do it. But for you, I think your tech team, the tech admin team, or you can go talk to your admin team, and the tech team specifically, they will do it for you. So you just need to register that at the @iitmadras.in. That stuff you need to register, and it will work automatically. So you don't worry about it. You just contact with your admin team. Okay. So I hope that Varavi will help you in that. And I request Varavi, I know you can talk to your admin team and help. Okay. And I will also tell to the IIT Madras team to do this. Okay. Any more doubt? What is the data set we need to download? We don't have to download any data set. I'm just checking out the chat box in case.
When we get the data from the web, it can be in any format, or it necessarily should be in CSV format.
It can be XLS format. It can be in CSV format.
BIN also would be okay.
Yeah.
BIN bin format also would be fine.
Yeah, bin format would also be.
Okay, thank you.
Ma'am, this Power BI stuff is also available, or only this content is only available on the YouTube? Related to this, other content is also available.
You can search and see that other contents are available.
Yours content, not related
sorry,
to that.
my content is not available.
Okay. This is only one. Okay.
I will surely work on it, and I will take this as a motivation, and I will surely create more contents in YouTube for me as well. Thank you for this, for asking it.
Because the same I think same moderator will work more accurately. Because suppose you are covering some content, then you will continue with the next one. No? Otherwise, what happens? The time is wasted. The same thing we repeat again and again. The content should be different from the others. No? Because most of the time we waste on the searching of the content.
This content is not available. This is a live session, and
okay. Fine.
On the request of IIT Madras. Thank you, IIT Madras, for doing it. And here I am trying to wind up the session. So thank you, Bharvi, and thank you, IIT Madras team.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It was very nice.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
for
you,
the very
ma'am.
elaborated session.
nice.
Within the time given to you, you have taken very well, and it's the first session, but still we understood a lot and we took in so much. Thank you so much for that, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am. I think you also covered the questions people were asking, so we don't have any more questions here, right? So I think we can wrap up the session. So thank you so much, Surupa ma'am, for all the knowledge and information you shared with us today, right from the basics of statistics like mean, median, and all of that, to how to work with data as a business analyst using Power BI. You covered possibly everything important for business analytics. All of us are really grateful to you for sharing with us your precious time and knowledge. Thank you so very much. Thanks a lot for joining us today.
Thank you everyone for listening so patiently, and for for making this session live and interactive, because if you guys would not have make this entire session interactive, it would have been very boring, and I am speaking. So I don't want that kind of session. And thank you. And I must say that while interacting with everyone, I can feel that I am interacting with intellectual minds. Thank you everyone for joining this session, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Ma'am, are you available on the Power BI forum?
Not yet, but you can contact me in LinkedIn, and I will be available in Power BI forum as well. Okay. So things are in process.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.